awkward.
Damn, I need more water. Hi guys. How's it going today, boys and girls? Lobo is here. And he is back with some more Evil Within. Evil Within 2. Amnesia, a machine for pigs. Hello. Welcome and welcome. So, few side notes. I won't be streaming Dead by Daylight today. I'm actually getting super exhausted. I'll probably start streaming them tomorrow. I want to start streaming Injustice 2 tomorrow, as well as Dead by Daylight. But, I'm just so exhausted right now. I mean, especially I've been playing, the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Versus demo came out today, so I've been trying to play a few games. I was playing a few games of that just to understand it, and I'm just gonna buy the game eventually, but I don't know when. I don't know when exactly I'm gonna play, but it'll be there. It'll be there. Don't worry, guys. Because I plan on streaming that game too. And I'm actually really cold right now. That's why I'm covering myself up. I'm just like super cold today. So don't mind that either. I feel very cold today. And I also feel sick. I don't know why, but I just suddenly got like a mean headache and whatnot. So there's that. But anyways, we're gonna continue more with this. When we last left off, we are playing as a man by the name of Oswald Mandis, who happens to be the creator of this machine slash factory area. Excuse me. And I'm guessing he captures people and uses them for his experiment on his machine, I'm guessing. He's a twisted man, I guess. And he has two children, a boy and a girl, and they have gone missing all of a sudden. And then there's this man who called us on this phone. I don't know if he mentioned his name or not, but he told me that I must rescue my children. So that's exactly what I'm going to do in the next 2 minutes or whatever. Actually, starting right now. Yuck, 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 yuck. So, that being said, let's get on our way. I really feel super exhausted right now, guys. I'm sorry. But anyways, let's go see what we gotta do here. look at this heart continuously. Continuously must stare at this heart. Alrighty now, so here we are in the outside of England and whatnot. We see this interesting vehicle. I'm guessing we can't use it though. And obviously the theme being there's a pig's mask. So our children are down here for whatever reason there is. Why was it lagging? Oh yeah. Against the rising waters, curled into his cabin, he barely noticed the passing weeks. The swelling nearly sunk her, but his fever kept it afloat. In the dark, his song glowing. But if you ain't Shabba mama way. Shabba the teeth. The teeth? What is that supposed to mean? Is that like supposed to be a metaphor for something? Well, and here we are. We fell on the floor, we collapsed, but we're still okay. Alright. Alright, what is this? And what is that? Is that a rat? We're so tipsy. Woo, woo, woo. Alright, anyways. I realize now that my fear of dirt stems from the disease I contracted climbing those lost jungle temples. It is as though clean places, so free of humanity's filth, imprinted upon my soul and felt it fragile to what I found here. Fear is what keeps us all in our places, and the fear of the flesh, the ruins of the flesh, is the greatest of them all. I am sickened, I am ruined, but I will build such machines to contain this plague and heal us all. A new century is upon us. So, I'm guessing he created a machine to try to contain this disease.
Come on, slow coach, it's this way.
Who are you calling slow coach? I am your father. Was it a trick? That voice on the phone, who seems so close to my own, who seems to know me so well. Does he lead me for a nefarious purpose of his own secret devising? But do I have a choice? Even though his motives are unknown to me, I must find my boys. I will follow the machinery down to the very core of the earth if it will lead me to Edwin and Enoch. Okay, so his son. Oh, okay, so they're sons. There wasn't a daughter. So it's Edwin and Enoch.
The shaking ground you feel is our attempts to clear the floodwaters. Treachery, Mandus. We were undone. Your children are trapped by this act. You must find them before it is too late.
What do you need me to do? How can I find them?
Always deeper, Mandus. Through the piston room and into the tunnels. Then find the bilge and flush the rotten water. I will help you where I can. But you must be swift, my little friend.
What are you talking about? Hello? As if this wasn't mysterious enough. So scary. Wow. Excuse me? Alright, let's see what we got here. So much ambience in this environment. Okay, so I must find another outlet of some sort. The Salvador has been this way. Intriguing. The gates are far too heavy for a man to lift and are instead hoisted aloft by a chain coiled by a tube that appears to be spun by motors connected to these electrical switches. Whilst the fuse is blown, the motor cannot be spun. The gates will remain an impenetrable barrier to progress. So we must penetrate the impenetrable wall, seeking the motor that is so there. Hello? Edwin? Enoch? Let's just bring all of these here. It's obvious that it's gonna be the last one, so. Alright, so there's that. It's alright, boys. Papa is coming to help you. Alright, let's see if this is one of them. Excuse me.
Bandaged feet and thighs, small bones in the orchard. I have carried this world on my back with its legs about me. Damn this wretched soul. I am given birth to nothing but machinery.
That's not true. You have two boys. Okay. What do I do now? Oh. You cannot defeat me! I am a puzzle god. Oh, bastard. Bastard. Bastard! I'm stuck! Okay. In any case. Hello? Ha ha! I am a genius. Hello? As if that doesn't sound mysterious already. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Stock barrels. Anything worth looking in here? No? What over here? Nothing. Alright, so what exactly did that activate? Got a whole bunch of saws here. For what purpose? Nothing come over here? No? That banging is not good. Stop with the banging. Can't control that. Would have thought I would. But those boys are in so much trouble. Alright, what's over here? Jesus Christ! Hi? Excuse me? Hello? Von Ketchenbach writes of the Odys first, whilst the ignorant charlatan Blavatsky pontificated upon the soul. They were both cretins. To think one could strive for such great heights without wading first through puke and innard, without standing upon an architect of bones. Montezuma was the wiser, but here, in our temples of steel, I have witnessed the severed head of a man, recently trampled to death by a runaway carriage, immersed in a solution of the Brennenburg compound, opening his eyes and cry, "Oh, where are my legs, sir? Where is my body?" We are breaking through the barriers of death itself. Oh my dead darling Lily, it is too late for you, but I promise you this, I will save our children from death, and if it need be, I will wrench them back from the blackness with this wonderful concoction. Oh! So they're probably talking about Agrippa from the first game. Why did it blink like that? Hey! Stop it! Door. Give me a minute, guys. Perfect. Actually, I think it would be a good idea if I do this in case I mess up.
Follow us, Papa. We know the way.
No problem, my sweet children. I will.
Hold still, for God's sake, hold still, child. Don't let it get into your eyes. I'm gonna rinse it out now. There. It will be fine. You just need to lie down. Enoch, look to your brother. How many times have I told you not to play in the cellar?
But Papa! I told you, Enoch. You should not be playing in the cellar. Alright, so where do I gotta go now?
I told you he'd come.
Extraordinary, quite extraordinary. And you built it all. Good God, man, you have been busy.
It is wonderful how tragedy focuses the mind. What else was I to do? Fall into grief, pine, and fade in my hopelessness? Why not then simply die in that jungle amongst those dead temples?
I guess. How advanced? Okay, so I guess I cleansed myself. Forgot what the actual term of it was called, but aren't you a mother of sorts? Alright, so now what type of... It's a blueprint of this factory, part of the factory I'm guessing. Move chair. I must uncover the secrets that it lies within this place. Just whine. Whine! Some sort of office? Alright, here we go. The collar, the neck, the noose. Such a fanfare. The Times wrote it was a splendid occasion. The hunting stretched for the streets and the fanfare blew. A proud day for a family. Alright, so now I'm guessing we're going into the factory now. We're inside the machinery, the factory and whatnot, where he created some diabolical monster of some sort. Inside the machinery, like sort of, in a sense. Nothing. Oh crap! There was a lot here. Alright, another confounded fuse box. The fellow is thorough in his sabotage, if somewhat repetitive, from stench from these barrels is from discomfort. Blah blah blah. It's quite discomforting. I would certainly hope from whatever chemistry this room is designed to store is not a defining feature of the flood that threatens my children. It seems that the chemical processor is merely one part of the much larger complex. It's no easy route for me then. I will follow my fever, the calls of my children, whenever they may lead me, as I more further into the strange empire. The factory offices. Yeah, so I'm inside the factory. All of the suggestions of a large workforce, yet no actual signs of life. It is every bit as if someone has attempted to carefully create an illusion of the working factory complex. Yet this facade, when examined closely, is clearly just a falsification. But I must put aside my anxieties, quell the unease that pits my stomach, and continue my path through this copycat of a freaking office.
I have such visions to share with thee, if my jaw be unshackled and you harvest the crust from my eyes. Make me clean, madness, that my thoughts and words can unfouled be.
Okay, I will try my best. So what we got over here? Is someone playing soprano music? I have never seen that show. But then what if they could stand upright and walk as men? What if the brutes were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own bud? Have they seen these things? And I will tell you now, no, they will not. But they will happily accept featly, to a god thrust upon them and worship it thus given. In this I realize they are no different to the masses. They are much the same as us. Once the irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we cut the man. In order to cross the great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. So, are you talking about murder? Excuse me, what? Who's playing such music here? The sonogram. Who is playing such music? I will not take a tone to that. Okay, what's we got here? In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me, this seems folly. But perhaps it is simply the case of a nation founded without a history of its own. We walk upon our histories. They are compacted into the very foam beneath our feet. The engineers we employ talked of this. They talk of how when building the underground trains, they would often come across the older tunnels crisscrossing the capital. What places be buried beneath us? We are digging. Excuse me, Jesus. Excavating and reappropriating what we find. At the center of the planet, my architect tells me that there is an iron ball. It is the egg of the world. Interesting. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh! Oh, those are actual human teeth. What the fudge? Okay. I guess someone's gonna be stalking me in the bathroom here too. Hello? You like what you see? Shaky, shaky. Alright, enough of that crap. Let's go. Hi, outside world. Y'all. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry using low levels of the laudanum derivative to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. That means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they were less likely to panic and damage the machines or components, other products, or themselves. The section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well to maintain good spirits. And when we actually have found that the intelligent placement of the gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes all around the line means that we can use music to further soothe the product. We find the buzzing particularly effective in this. The buzzy. I'm guessing they're starting to use the pegs. This is all too strange. Like, why use pigs? For what purpose is there to use pigs? Ah, those are dead bodies. No way around it. Those are dead bodies. Oh no, these are big. These are pigs. Why was there a sharp note there? It appears to be some kind of fueling station. I have seen automobiles demonstrated at Mr. Monham's and Mr. Simon's works. Zanam's works. But the smell here is all wrong. This is out petroleum. All of that, I'm sure. Everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. So we're gonna need to refuel this baby. That's what you're telling me. We need to refuel this son of a bitch. Hello? Hi. Alright. Okay. Imagine, they say, a machine that one day that might think like a man. As if this is to be desired, one might almost boast of creating a man who breathes like a pig. Men and women upon all fours, rutting carelessly, ejaculating their filthy little missives into the streets. Allies in gutters, running freely with the careless spill of their conjoinings. The air thick with the whimperings of lust. Bodies streak with their own emissions. We have created a world where man is so utterly debased he will spray his seed over passers by. And yet, this is a condition Babbage aspired to. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall carve gods to bicker and fornicate. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage as I reject these men of the government. Let the pigs copulate in the gutters while they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. Good God, that is just disturbing. That is disturbing in like so many levels. Why would you let that happen? Hello? Hello? Hi. Oh my God, does this look beautiful? Holy crap. It looks so awesome outside. Now we're actually getting an outside look on the freaking factory and the whole city we're living in. Strangers not allowed on the works. Inquiries to be made at the lodge. I see that. I see. But yet, you do not understand how hard it is to be the manager of this establishment. We must first discover... what? Oh, I'm guessing I need to put some sort of gas. Holy orders. This church is connected to the plant. How odd. However, it does suggest one other route into the main part of the facility, given the locked doors around the fueling station. The trucks block my way for, however, almost as if the Salvador knew that I might be considering this alternate entrance. How in blazes are we supposed to meet this damn schedules? If even the basic equipment we are provided with simply will not perform its designated function. These cursed newfangled trucks will only run a fraction of the distance my old nag managed to before running out of stinking gasoline. The gaffer says it's fine and that there's plenty of pumps to refuel them outside the factory walls, but you will end up dragging a blessed tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it. And the one in the storeroom is empty again. I can be returning that crank handle all day, only to find the tank is empty. Well, so it says. God, it says, had enough for a night, and to my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs access to the blessed graveyard anyway. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the Dancing Templar for a jar. Okay, so the jar I need is most likely for the fuel that I need to go inside there to open the door to cause some sort of havoc. Let's go.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
St. Dunstan's Church. And here we go, here we go, here we go. Why are we going here? Mandis Co. Meat Processing Factory. Yeah, that sounds like it smells like death. It's just there, just begging me to go in, like, Jimmy. Oh, well, excuse me, Oswald. Come inside and see what awaits you in this processing factory. Know what horrors await you. A strange container. This container looks as if it may have the fuel pump I saw earlier. It certainly carries the same field unholy reek. Fetid unholy reek. I will not think of it which I saw pass me in this cage, and I will not gaze again into that dark machine room. If more immediate tasks present itself and the opportunity perhaps to gain access to St. Dunstan's. Well, shit, I'm sorry. Alright, here we go. Let's go, 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 go. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. The hell? Dear sweet Lord of all that is God and holy, I must make my escape. Grasp this container and its putrid contents, and flee this place before that creature that nearly man returns. I will head for the church, for surely such abomination could not follow me into his holy ground. Close that door. Close that door. Good God, the way it like ran was just so scary because like all you heard was dun 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 dun. Good God. Alright. Now the crank should be right about... Wait, can I like... Where's the crank for this thing? Alright, how do I turn this thing? Oh, yeah, that's it. That's right. The cars have the cars these days had that thing in the front.
This way, Papa. Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
Yes, my darlings. Of course we can take it home.
We can take it home indeed. Alright, we're only like a half an hour in. It's already freaking creepy. That's cool. Yep. That's not ominous at all. Why is there a pig buried there? Are these all just filled with pigs? Ow! What the? Is that a grunt? Why did they get damaged? That was awkward. Okay, so am I supposed to go here or down there? Down there looks like the more appropriate approach. Down there it is. Let's go. I do not want to deal with whatever is causing that noise. Livestock and Bibles. The wires came up out of the ground whilst he lay on the grass asleep. Like serpents they were, and they burrowed into his ears and became his listenings. I didn't catch a glimpse of this thing, so... Good God, I want to know what it looks like, but at the same time, I'm freaking petrified. I'm scared to find out. Alright. So here we are. Inside St. Dunstan's. We sat here. I remember we sat in our black and we mourned. And we prayed. And we bowed our heads. How I hated God then. How I spurned him. Wait, that does say spurned, right? Okay. If this is our Lord, this pig who robs me of my wife, then I will refute his embrace. I will carve a new God for us all. Such madness, such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed. But even here, I feel the machine throb beneath the flags, and I know my path awaits me. So apparently, his wife was killed by a pig. Okay. All right. So obviously, we have a few dorms to enter. Twin candles sent to the well of the central saint, casting their lights to the corners of the chapel. Father Jeremiah, I thought, could be trusted with the secret, but he is like all of the others, so the old priest has gone to the holding pens with his flock. He says he will enter into our world with them, if a shepherd indeed. Nah. Screw the church. Believing in God no more. You took my wife. I'm sorry for disrespecting your Lord and Savior. I'm sorry. It was like some sort of like eerie feeling going on. I will await. Can you let me through? And now you. Good God. I mean, yeah, whatever. La 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 la. Running in the church. Running in the church. I go la 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 la.
Your faith shackles your vision, Professor. It is an iron coffin that keeps you from grasping the future. We require a new deity, one of steam and the wheel, of magnetism and progress. The old god is nothing more than a lamed hog, spitting back offal at mankind.
Well, damn. That's one way of putting it. Respect. Hello. And what do we have here? Why are you screaming? Alright, for what reason is there for this room? Nothing. Oh, no. They flock to us now, where once I had to walk amongst them to bring salvation into their lives. Now, drawn by warmth in winter, by the food that Mandus distributes, my church is full and my charges are saved. He walks amongst them and they almost worship him. He will not allow them to work in his factories, claiming that his workforce are specially training for the new machinery he uses, and that it would be irresponsible, nay, unethical, to risk such precious lives as he sees here. A changed man since Mexico, it is to be praised that the face of an appalling tragedy, and from the confines of his sickbed, as he often chained he conducts one of the greatest and most benevolent charities in all of London. Not content with the rise to become the dominant food produce business in the land, he distributes his goodwill, his fares to the poor, and they congregate about his kingdom of gratitude. Okay, so he's a meat worker. He does meat, which makes sense. Like, okay, this looks like I need to bring it with me. You're coming with me. For what reason, I do not know. But you look like we need you. You look like, you look like. That is right. That is right. Bow. Pay your respects to your king, your lord and savior, Mandus. What the f is a pig doing there? Why? Oh, there it is. Engines fire, the flames are stoked. I hear the steam in the walls, vibrations upon the very air. My heart falters at this prospect of throwing the fever and exposing the workings of this dark contraption. But my children beckon me on, and I cannot fail them. Alright, relax there, buddy. Let me just check something here. You need to get the fuck out of my way. Boxes needed to be used or whatever. Alright, that is weird. Awkward intrude. So, no epic music to be played? Okay, we're past that. Your yelling does not help. Hi, Mr. Pighead. How are you today? Okay, so we're in a loop. We're back in a loop. Such a long walk to the altar. Oh, Jesus, what? A hellish portal. It appears I have no choice. Thus I must descend, and may God have mercy upon my soul. If this is Bedlam, and I am to be cast as Matthews, I will wear the mantle for the sake of my boys, and fare whatever horrors lie beneath the altar. I think this is probably a good time as any to stop, but I'll continue. No? Can't open that?
Listen, Papa. Hold the egg to your ear. You can hear the sea.
And why would I want to hear the sea, my boy? Okay. Hello?
Me elster olste antarak, for erra sta oro kantirak, forosto, vendir mosterakan, olistelia, forokorus,
I just got a shiver down my spine. For fuck's sake. Oh my god. Well, one of the boys have been let out of the cage, boys. moment of your time. And so to the stoking, pulling cogwheels now. Sneezed into his kerchief. When his dust got to his eyes, I began to change more rapidly now. He surmised. Good God, I don't think I would ever scream like that, but God, that scared the living hell out of me. Oh my God, that got me good. That got me freaking good. Jesus Christ, now I'm just becoming a big baby. God. That was... Oh, fuck, man. The throat. Why? Excuse me. Okay, where are we now? Oh, so this is where we're at. Well, I think this is as good as time as any to end it on that note. This game is gonna get good. I can already tell. This game is already freaking up there as one of my favorites so far. But we'll see. So far, nothing too extreme has happened, and the story is a little bit like out there at the moment. But either way, this game is gonna look fun for me to play. So thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow, I'll see if I can play my daylight in the morning. I'll put some time into that. Probably stream for like 3 hours or so. I'll try my best to stream for 3 hours, but that's if we get games and whatnot. That's if we can get games. And we'll continue more of this tomorrow night. So thank you guys for watching, and until that next stream, this is Lolo King, and I'll be seeing you. Peace out, guys.